What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Marcos Sinoco. I am Marcel Garcia, black belt, 5-time world champion, big us. Guys, in today's lessons, I'm gonna go over a very sensitive details where a lot of people do it, but they don't realize what they're doing, okay? And sometimes they place their position and maybe they like, oh, feel good, but feel good to hold it, right? So I'm gonna go over I'm gonna show you guys that lasso and spider doesn't go well together, okay? So it's pretty much like two ideas in one, where one blocks the other, okay? So if you do a lasso and a spider on one side, so this video is for you, and make sure you watch out to see what you can readjust and what you can fix it, okay? So I believe, by the way, I'm trying this new audio thing, so if the audio gets a little bit, should be better, should not be bad, but I apologize. I'm just trying to bring the quality for you guys and see if you guys can hear better, okay? So we're gonna go over here. Let's put the lasso in one side and understand how the connection of the, how the power of the lasso comes from. I believe that I've been doing lasso for my whole life, and what pays off is the power of my hip, okay? So that's what pays off. What sweep the lasso most of the times, not even the leg, is the hip, what initiates the power, and then of course the legs implement of the move, okay? So from here, I'm gonna put lasso in one side. I've got my side, place my lasso deep or shallow, doesn't matter. I'm gonna place right here. And then you guys can see, I'm gonna show you why this does not work, okay? I'll show you the original, how I approach the lasso sweep. From here, foot goes on the mat, right? On the mat, and then start moving my hip to the side. As you can see, mat is posture going down. And then from here, you can just keep going. You can use this hook to lift and go for the sweep and this and that. But our focus is not showing the sweep of, I'm just showing you, you guys have idea. But for example, if I have the lasso and the spider right here, okay, using the spider on one side and lasso on the other side takes the whole leverage away from my hip. If you guys try that out, you guys will see why you're not sweeping, and that's what I mean. So if I use the lasso and spider on one side, lasso on one side, if I'm looking to sweep my opponent to the same side lasso, I'm gonna start generate power with the spider where my hip end up getting stuck. I might turn him that way, but I cannot go anymore because I cannot have leverage on my hip, okay? So guys, let's see on this angle here. So here, in this angle, you guys can see straight. If Matt has a good posture right there, and then I have the lasso, if I try to sweep, it's even harder. I cannot pass off this line. And then even if I try to sweep with the spider, it's not gonna happen. So that's why you see a lot of people, okay, I'm gonna try sweep with the spider. They take this guy out and use momentum with the hip and then sweep the spider guard, okay? So, but if your idea was sweeping from the spider, my question is why you put lasso on one side, okay? One thing that only explained to me is to stall, to hold the fight a little longer, which is beneficial to hold it, but is not beneficial to sweep, which that's why I always recommend people to use lasso or spider. Both doesn't work together, and one takes the leverage away from the other. So make sure once you decide to do lasso, do only lasso. If you decide to do a spider, just do a spider. But that doesn't mean you cannot do both, right? But you cannot sweep. You can do both to hold it, to separate, okay? One of the few ways I would say, like barely I can count in my hands, that I might do something to make him move around if he put pressure on me. If he moves away, for example, if he put pressure on me against my lasso guard, I will sweep him. If he moves away, I start getting a little trouble. And vice versa with the spider. Nobody put pressure into the spider and move it away. Okay? So for example, if I have lasso in one side here and spider on the other side, if Matt started moving back, I need to use my hip to follow. And look, I move his biceps, I move his spider grip, but I lose, my hip gets stuck. If he move into me, for example, I use this, I move my hip gets a little bit mobile, but it's not 100%. It's not accurate that I'm gonna go that way, okay? So if you wanted to sweep, move this way. If you wanted to sweep one or the other, if you wanted to sweep with the spider, which is one of the good guards you play, you have to take the lasso out and then use momentum to go for the sweep. If you want to use lasso, take the spider out, okay? And then from here, try to use leverage with your hip. Look, his shoulder go down. I could not bring his shoulder down if I have the spider. You can have the longest leg ever. You wouldn't sweep the person with the spider and lasso, okay? And that's why I wanted to make this video, because I have a lot of people asking me a question about spider and lasso together. Say, guys, it's amazing connection to hold it. But what's the meaning of the guard? To connect and attack, sweep, submit. But if you go in a way that you're gonna connect the lasso and the spider and just hold it, that doesn't take you much far. And what's gonna happen is your grip is gonna get tired, and guess what? You're gonna get a guard pass, okay? So make sure that you use one or the other. And that's why I pretty much always say never, but you better see me play lasso or spider, one or the other. And I believe once you do 100% one connection, you guys will hit it, okay? So I do not recommend you guys, if you guys want to learn about lasso or about spider, focus on one thing, but never focus on two. It's like trying to learn two things at once, which is more complicated. So refine the lasso connection, and then later on refine the spider. But both doesn't work together, okay? So make sure you use hip leverage. And if you have both, you're losing that leverage away, where which you don't have power, okay? So one more time. So let me switch side. I have a lasso in one side, boom, spider on this side, okay? I'm getting stuck. You guys can see like why I'm not sweeping the person. Yes, because you're getting stuck. And sometimes it's selfish to understand. Just be honest with yourself. Don't try sweep that way. So make sure you take foot, put your foot on the hip, try sweep the person that way, and then from here you can start going to the attacks, but never go with the spider right there. If the person start moving back, for example, if the person start moving back, I take my lasso out and then start going under him, which is very good idea, okay? So, but this is what I mean. Anything that happens from lasso, from spider, you have to pick one destination and then go for, okay? So I hope you guys like this video, and it's very helpful. You know, I always see like if my student have this kind of question, I believe a lot of people out there have the same question, and that makes me think like if a few people has a question, thousands of people have pretty much kind of the same question, because if you like this game, these problems will happen, okay? So focus one or the other, okay? And guys, if you like to see more videos like about spider, about lasso guard, excuse me, go on bgfanatics.com. I'm gonna put the whole video for you guys right there, the whole link about the lasso guard. Amazing. Have the mastering lasso, how to build up from zero, and also in a little bit advanced my second lasso, how to finish, how to submit from lasso. All submissions about lasso, okay? And as well, I'm doing this consultation about kids program, which the program at the academy has been growing a lot, and I have a little tricks to help your kids program. So feel free to reach out for me, and we can do a consultation about how to build your program for kids as well. Okay, so thank you so much.